Hello, Facebook. It is good to see you again. You're not a person, but the people on Facebook are. And hopefully you're watching this, because I will be tagging a few of you, so that you have to. Among which is going to be Jake Wald, possibly Conrad. He might get in there. Maybe even Andrew Schultz. Oh, crazy. But I want to tell you that I have a webcam now. That's how you can see me. And it's been a long time since I've been on your computer screen and talking and stuff like that. But I actually have more of a purpose for talking this time. And I want to tell you what I'm doing right now. And I want to communicate all the things that I'm going to be talking about as clearly as possible. And I want feedback as well. Comments, questions, likes, dislikes. Not so much the dislikes, but yeah, talk to me. I might keep on doing this. So if you want it to be better and you have ideas, then yeah, talk to me. But anyway, I'm going to be talking maybe for like 10 minutes, okay? So bear with me. But the reason I'm doing this is because when I moved out here to Colorado, and you Northridgers know that I moved here, and some Christ community people do as well, that I came out here and I was thinking that I was going to have a lot of teaching opportunities. Because Northridge, you know, I used to teach you guys all the time. But it turned out I didn't have any opportunities to teach. And for a while I was thinking that I had to conform my identity to the circumstances of the church and my own circumstances instead of holding on to what God has called me to, which is teaching. So I'm back. I'm going to not stop teaching. And I'm going to prove it to you because I'm going to teach you. So and I want to give credit to C.H. Spurgeon, even though he's dead, for the sermon that he wrote or spoke and other people wrote. That was the reason. I read that as 1 Corinthians 9. There was a passage on that. And that's why I'm doing this now. But and if you want me to send you the link, I will. But today I'm going to be teaching you about joy and being happy as a Christian, being full of joy as a Christian. And since I only have like 7 more minutes, I want to just get through this as cleanly as possible. And for you Northridgers, you know who Vinny and Sully are. If you don't know who Vinny and Sully are, they are little people. They are not midgets. They are just young. They might be midgets, I'm not sure. I just thought of something, and I don't mean for this to become a rabbit trail, but how small are little midgets, like young midgets? Are they like really, really tiny, or are they just normal kids? Okay, but anyway, I taught them in a small group, and it's Vinny and Sully, by the way. They're not midgets. But I taught them on the fruits of the Spirit. And the fruits of the Spirit, it's part of being connected to Jesus and having the Holy Spirit. Your sinful nature is done away with, and the nature of the Holy Spirit is what takes over. And in that nature, you bear fruit to God. It's just natural. Like, it's a byproduct, you know? Like, when a car gets gasoline, its byproduct is the exhaust. So, really, our exhaust, our scent, our aroma, fruits of the Spirit, okay? This is what other people see in us. Because if they see love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, they see, and that's Galatians 5:21, if they see that, they know what we're connected to is Jesus. Okay, so one of the things I want to stress, it's important to be joyous as a Christian. Okay, so it's Galatians 5:21, and I want to just tell you what I told them about joy, okay? There's always three things about a fruit, okay? There's the true fruit, what God considers the definition of the fruit to be for us, okay? Then there is the replacement fruit. In other words, what our counterfeit fruit is. Like as Americans, they're thinking, oh, well, like kindness, for instance. Kindness, the replacement would be politeness, okay? And then the opposite fruit, okay? So, and that's, in other words, what Satan wants to keep us in with that prison. That's the opposite, okay? So we have true fruit, replacement fruit, and then opposite of the fruit. True joy comes from God and never leaves. Replacement joy is greed. And then the opposite of joy, okay, is self-pity. God doesn't want you to live in self-pity, so he wants you to have joy. And when I thought and was convicted of this whole thought, am I happy being a Christian? And I want to ask you the same question. Are you happy being a Christian? Do you have fun being a Christian? And here's the passage that I found. It's Romans 12:12. And then this is an easy verse to remember because all you have to do is remember 12 twice. Or if you're a math person, then you just remember 24 and divide it by 2. So Romans 12:12. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. And I don't want to get really long-winded in this, but be joyful in hope. In other words, what do you set your hope on? Okay, so if I hope, it's a zebra cake, okay? If I set my hope on, I'm going to eat this later, and I am really going to eat this later because I love zebra cakes. If this is my hope, then what is the joy? My joy is going to be just as small as this. And what I want to communicate to you is if you set your hope on the things of this earth, your joy is not going to last past the grave. It won't, because you'll be dead and you won't come in contact with the things of this earth anymore. These things on earth are just temporary. So, I tell you, set your hope on Jesus because he is eternal, and your joy will transcend the grave. And it will transcend everything that goes on in this life even. Okay? So this is the first point I want you to get. Is set your hope on Jesus, and your joy will be just as eternal as he is. Set your hope on Jesus, and your joy will be just as eternal as he is. Okay? So now I've communicated that. Now the second point I want to make is something I dealt with since coming out here. I was dealing with all this crap that, it's whininess. Okay? I was whining to God because of all the things that was going on with me and other people. People were sinning against me. I wasn't even doing anything wrong. In fact, I was trying to do good, and then people are sinning against me, so I'm really just whining to God about this and complaining. And we all do this, don't pretend like you do. Okay? And when I was whining, God said, are you better off? I was like, God, I have no idea. Okay, I don't even know if that happened, me talking back to God, like I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if I'm just making it up right now, but it just seems like it happened. I don't know. But I'm putting it into context for you. I mean, when God says, are you better off now? You're thinking, okay, I have no idea where you're going with this, right? But God's like, are you better off? He put this thought in my head. Are you better off now that you know me, right? Than if you never knew me and your life was either A, going through the same problems that you're going through now, or B, your life was just awesome. I thought, my life is better off that I know Jesus than if I didn't. So this is going to destroy your whininess and your complaining to God, because the fact that you know him transcends all the problems you're going through. I want you to grasp this, and I want you to hold to this, okay? And even these things that are going on that you think aren't that great, these are for a purpose even, okay? And it's 1 Peter 1:6. I'm sorry, Jake Wald. I'm sorry, man, that I only gave you 3 references, and you know your fingers can easily get that. Maybe the next sermon I'll give you more, so that you'll have to use your feet to hold all the references that I'm going to be using. But 1 Peter 1:6. Okay, in this you greatly rejoice. And notice that Peter says, rejoice. Though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials, these have come so that your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may be proved genuine and may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. Though you've not seen him, I have not seen Jesus, okay? Though you've not seen him, you love him. And even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy. And why do we have this joy? For you are receiving the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls. The fact that you know Jesus, and the fact that you have hope in the next life, and the fact that he died for you is enough to give you unending joy. I ask this question, is Jesus enough? If you're not holding on to this joy that he's giving you, then you're saying no. Okay? Is Jesus enough? Say yes, and if you say yes, I hold you to cling to the joy that he has given you, because it transcends everything that you're going to go through in this life. Blessings to you. Thank you for watching this, if you have made it this far.